Good afternoon. My name is Alexa Solomon. 4 short years ago, at 8th grade graduation, a teacher referred to middle school as the best place to spend the worst years of your life. With the excitement of high school on the horizon, the awkward tween years of uncontrollable acne, erratic emotions, and a mouthful of braces were forgotten. Now, as we conclude our high school years, we are told that college will be the best years of your life. If this is true, and I sure hope it is, what does that make high school? While any transition period is accompanied by aches and pains, we have undergone a drastic transformation these past 4 years. We have gone from being a teen unable to drive to one that can maneuver the chaos of the BHHS student parking lot. In 9th grade, we may have been hesitant to speak up in class, and now we are legal voters with a voice not afraid to cry out for what we believe in. We started out this journey thinking the world revolved around us, and no one could possibly understand what we were feeling, to individuals who believed we could make a difference in the world. This growth came at a cost. The unpredictability of our emotional state left us feeling on top of the world, invincible and all-knowing in one moment, to powerless, insignificant, and isolated. We pushed our parents away and mastered one-word answers. We embraced our independence and challenged boundaries, only to have moments of relapse in which life was less complicated and carefree. We chose to be sleep-deprived due to procrastination, poor time management, and one more, maybe 2, Netflix episodes. So back to the question, what is high school? We may remember it as the once trending tweet before BHHS closes, or even the daily stampede on Main Street at 2:30 to escape traffic. But really, what do we call the place we once wished to be a part of for so long, to the place where we couldn't wait to get on with our lives? It was the place for our friends, the friend you knew since kindergarten, the friend you just met second semester senior year, the friend you would have never met if you weren't stuck in that group project. It was the place for our family, the parent, grandparent, sibling, or cousin who isn't afraid to be your biggest critic, but is your biggest fan. The coach, teacher, or counselor who inspired you to be even more than you thought you could be. It was the place for our faith. Faith that we couldn't be the only district without a snow day, ice day, or at least a water day. Faith that you studied just enough for that exam. We often struggle to find that one-word answer that defined high school because it wasn't the worst or the best time. In fact, there is no single word to describe the change we have all undergone. We used our past to shape our present, and now we are using our present to design our future. These 4 years have been the opportunity to discover who we are, who we want to be surrounded by, and who we want to be. Coming together as a class, as friends, and as a family with that little bit of faith is what defined these past 4 years. It is what defined high school. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Blackhawks. In this moment in time, nothing will be the same. Soon the learning communities will be cleared out. Lockers that we never used will be empty. And we will no longer be students of BHHS, but we will still remain Blackhawks. Because in this moment in time, this is not the end. Nor is it the beginning, because we've been working for a while now, thanks to advisory. Who knew that we would learn our A, B, C's, even up to G's, to have them show up on our transcripts? But to me, the letters B, H, H, S hold more weight to us than any GPA scale ever could. No AP or IB exam can fully prepare us for the test in which we get to spread our wings and finally be alone, but trust me, you will not be alone. Because you have the support system rooting you on, because in this moment in time, you have made your loved ones proud. Your teachers, your coaches, your parents, the ones who sacrificed everything they've ever wanted to give you everything you've ever needed. Because in this moment in time, we are a melting pot of culture and ethnicity. We may hail from different cities, states, even countries, but in this moment, we are all Blackhawks. And this is unique. No recreation of this monumental accomplishment can compare to this very day, to this very minute, to these very seconds. When you leave here, I don't want what ifs or I wishes. Change those into remember whens and the people who said you could not get to this point. Class of 2018, you proved them wrong. You are more than just a number. You are more than just a statistic. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Because in this moment in time, this is more than just a moment. This is everything that we have gone through. The most successful people in life are not the ones who can crunch numbers with the speed of light. The most successful people in life are the ones who utilize their talents and abilities, whether it's in theater, science, or sports, to the best of their capabilities, because in this moment in time, you are sitting alongside the leaders of the next generation. The next lawyer, the next doctor, CEO, politician, the next class of Bloomfield Hills High School alumni. Class of 2018. I implore you to look to your left and look to your right, because we are present in this moment in time, and we will never let this moment slip away. Go Blackhawks.
Good afternoon, Blackhawks. The Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 21 Jump Street, Mean Girls, Back to the Future, Love, Simon, Lady Bird. All of these movies are brilliant. Each of them represent a depiction of high school. Some may be exaggerated for comedic or dramatic effect, but in the end it represents something greater. High school can be the best 4 years of your life, and Bloomfield Hills High School was nothing short of that. We didn't have plastics or Heathers. We were a community that all suffered a year at 9th grade campus together, so we didn't need all that. You know, most high school movies are written by some 40-year-old man who is just trying to remember what it was like back in the day. But I don't think anyone could try and write a movie about what it was like at BHHS. Because we didn't have cops pretend to be students to infiltrate a drug deal. We never broke out into song and dance, and none of us went back in time to save our parents' relationship. That I know of. You know, our high school is one of the most diverse and accepting environments that a student could spend 4 years. An example of this was in class the other day, and we were self-grading a quiz, and a student had given an answer that was worth 1 out of 2 or maybe no points at all. But nonetheless, the whole class started uproaring, saying that this kid deserves full credit. Give him 2. Give him 2. Why is that? Would you see that in a movie? A bunch of high school kids who want to help each other all the time? Probably not. That's because high school is not like the movies. The guy doesn't always get into the girl. You don't always get into the college you dream of. The knowledge market doors aren't open all the time. But high school shouldn't be like the movies. If it were, then nothing would be learned. Some of the best parts about life come from failures and how to come back from them. Do not go through life wishing that your high school should have been like that movie that was on the other night. Be thankful that it wasn't. Graduation is a time to look back and reminisce, but it is also a time to look forward and become thrilled. All of us will take away a different experience that is better than any type of movie. We don't need filmmakers to create the story of our lives. We can do that ourselves. So ignore those dreadful film cliches and the terrible false hope they portray, because there is nothing that these movies get right. Well, almost at nothing. There is something that these movies do get right. In the final scenes of every high school movie, the character is changed. They've grown. They've felt. And they've learned not to steal a Ferrari for a joyride. Today, we are not the same as we were on the first day of high school. We can now set out to be the people we are destined to be. And that is worth the price of admission. Thank you.